Hello and welcome back to another video. And in today's video, I am going to be drawing my little goblin guy again, Phil. I'm going to be drawing him again. Yeah. I don't know. We're gonna draw him, but we're gonna make him better this time because he's gonna be better this time. Alright, we're gonna try to get the hat looking good. We actually want this hat to be like this, so we should go like that. Yeah, that looks good. It's a little confusing to look at, but you know, that's fine. Just get a sketch down, you know. Gotta get a sketch down before we can get the whole thing down. Alright, how are we gonna do this little part? Well, we can do that. And then here, as this. There we go. Get some folds on this thing. And then, I don't really know what else to make this hat look like. Don't know how to treat the rest of these folds. Let's go ahead and get some folds in like right there. And then right there. If not down again, and then out. We don't actually want it down. We can go like this a bit. And go like that. Is that a mess? Absolutely, but we're just gonna do a little bit of thing called we're not gonna look at it, we'll deal with it later. Alright, let's go ahead and get the rest of the sketch down. Go ahead and make sure that this line is actually down correctly. And then, so this part will be covering his face. There will be a part underneath here where the rest of the hat is. And that's like darkened, and his face will be covering most of that. So his nose will be coming out right here then, because his eyes will be covered in shadow. So then his beard's gonna start right here. So his mustache is gonna start right there. So his beard's gotta go like this. But actually that's not a huge deal what his beard and mustache look like just yet. Where are we gonna put his shoulders? Like right there and there. Connect that shit. That might be a little too high. That's fine. We'll just kind of put some like clothing folds right here on his shoulder. And then, you know, we could like measure out body parts and be like, oh, this is where his leg is, this is where his arm is. I'm not gonna do that because I'm lazy. We are going to put his hand there and then do a little bit of a like bag, because he carries around a bag of treasure. He's a little goblin, he likes stealing treasure. This is his little treasure bag. It should actually be a little more like that. Then this should kind of be on this a little bit. There we go, there's that. Not, you know, the best, but not the worst. Now, we'll go ahead and do his other arm. And then what's his other arm doing, you may ask? Well, what else is it doing? Holding a freaking knife, because he's got a little knife. He's got a little knife. Whoa, watch out. He's got a knife. He's got a knife. He's dangerous. He'll stab you. Don't worry, he won't stab you. Unless you had treasure, then he'll stab you. Without a second thought, he wants the treasure. He wants it all. He wants it all to himself. This little greedy little bastard. Alright. Right. There's that. So we need to kind of do the cloak. Which way his toesies gonna be? His toesies, I guess one of them will be right here. And we'll put the cloak like this. Then above his thingy. And then his bag, I guess, will be blocking the other foot. Or we could put it... We could put his foot and have the bag go over it, which I think that's what we'll do. Which we'll just have this and, I don't know, maybe some folds or something in his cloak. We'll put some details in some places, probably. I mean, that'd make sense, right? Alright, let's go ahead and erase it and do the actual, more detailed version of Phil. Should we give Phil friends? Should we give Phil the Phil friends? I did give him friends. I'm currently just doing another version of a sketch I did earlier when I was doing school, or I guess I was supposed to be doing school, and then I had an idea to draw him, so I stopped. You know, as every good student does. I got the picture right here, I can grab it. Using that as a reference. And we got Bill, we got Jill, and then there's Tobias. It says Robert there, but I changed his name to Tobias. It's Phil, Bill, Jill, and Tobias. Aren't they beautiful? I think they're beautiful. Alright. There we go. But we need to do... Let's go ahead and do the outside of this hat first. Which is about here. We're going to lower it a little bit because we can. Go ahead and go like this. We actually, you know what, that's fine. I was not gonna do that, that's fine. Alright, let's, I guess we're going ahead and shortening it because of a whoopsies. Because of a whoopsies. Let's go ahead and use Big Boy. There's a lot to erase, so why use the small one to erase a lot? We'll use it to get the small details erased. Well, actually, we could probably erase a little more. Alright. Probably could have sharpened my pencil a little bit, because it kind of looks like it could use a little bit sharpened, but you know. Mr. Frogger here is broken. So I still haven't gotten a replacement sharpener. I do have this one, but then I have to like open my trash can and do that above the trash can, and I don't feel like doing that because that is slightly more work than I want to put into sharpening a pencil. Alright, what if I like put little... Nah, I'm not gonna do that. I was gonna put like little chips in the hat, kinda, but we don't need to do that. Hello, Mr. Computer, what are you doing? Please keep your screen on. Thank you. I got Cookie Clicker open. Because why would I not have Cookie Clicker open? If you play Cookie Clicker, you know why I have Cookie Clicker open. If you don't play Cookie Clicker, you don't understand. You just don't understand. Just don't understand. Let's go ahead and give him little bumps on his nose. He's like, that's what Goblin's got. Yep. And then go ahead and give him the most immaculate, beautiful beard I have ever seen in all of the Gobos. Except for his beard may actually be fake. What preposterous. He may have stole it from a gnome. I mean, he stole the clothes from a gnome, so I wouldn't put it past him to steal the beard from the gnome, too. So, you know, it's possible that it's stolen. I just don't know. You may say, how do you not know? You're the one that made this guy. I don't know because I haven't decided yet. Duh. Alright. Let's go ahead and shade that in a bit. We shade his eyes in because, well, we're kind of showing his eyes off and we don't want to give him eyes, so we're covering them. He's not supposed to have eyes. You're not supposed to be able to see his eyes except for occasionally you can see one eye. Occasionally you can see one of his eyes and it's just a little shine. Just a little shine. And that eye will be exempt from the little witch hat. This one will be covered. And it's whenever he sees treasure. Gobbo. It's whenever he sees treasure that he really wants. His eyes will glow. Or his one eye will glow. Alright. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. I think I actually like how the bag interacts with the ground and the sleeve better on my sketch, like that I did a while earlier. The reason I say that is because this little sleeve actually interacts and folds over this thing, which this is currently not doing. But you may say, oh, just do it then. No, I'm lazy. That's like more work than I want to do right now. Hold on, let me get this. Let me give gravity a try. All right. Alright, there we go. There's the bag. There's a bag with mysterious things. What's in it? I don't know, but it's kind of liquidy because I made the corners droop a lot. That's not exactly how a bag works. I was just thinking of liquids, not really thinking of bag. Alright, there we go. Now it looks a little more like a bag. Now we'll go ahead and give that some stuff. Go ahead and give his little feet right here things. Alright. There we go. Okie dokie. What now? Put his other shoulder in place. Go ahead and get that in there. Should I actually... Let's go ahead and lay down. Should I actually bring his arm up a little bit? Because he can like hold the knife upwards. let's go ahead and do this. Then we'll go ahead and give the arm and then the 3 fingers that are going to be gripped around it. You know, the very realistic goblin fingers. They're hyper realistic because that is the only thing we accept around here. Hyper realism. Okay, erase that shit. And go ahead and just, whoops, that's not what I meant to do. Go ahead and just like do this and then this type of shit. There we go. Now the elbow will be right there. Perfect. Go ahead and erase or Rooney that stuff. Connect his robe. Go ahead and fix these little folds because we can fix them. They're not perfect, but it's fine. Yeah. He's got his little goblin hand, but I think that's fine. We're actually gonna erase the little goblin hand so we can draw the knife, and then we'll put his goblin hand around it. Right. Yep. There's his little goblin knife. I made it even smaller because I think that's funnier. I might actually just make it bigger though. Yeah, it's a little bigger now, but it's still pretty small. I still want it to be small because I think it's a little funny to give him a little tiny knife, you know? A little tiny guy gets a little tiny knife. There we go. There's what's his name? I already forgot his name. Phil. His name's Phil. Duh. You named him not that long ago. I mean, it was yesterday, but that's not that long ago. Alright, definitely glad I didn't decide to use those pencils. That doesn't matter. Phil. This is Phil. And we're gonna how long is this? Alright, we're gonna draw his little friends. Who's friend number 1? Well, we got Bill. Now, who's Bill, you may say? Well, of course, Bill is a mushroom guy. He's one of the pointy little mushroom guys. He's got a pointy mushroom. And it's got little blob splotches on them that are pretty uneven and wild looking. And we shade in all the area that's not the splotches. There we go. And then we go like this. And we go like this, and we give him, hold on, I can't remember his features. Okay. He's got, well, first I guess we can give him his clothes before we give him his, thingy. We do little tattered clothings, then we do little up and downs on there. I did just realize in this sketch, I did completely forget to give the other one's feet. But they all have feet, I just didn't give them feet. Right. Then we go like this. Little tattered clothes, weird little, just like a cloth type thing. And then he's got little circle eyes. a nose like that, and a mouth like that. And this is Bill. Oh yeah, look at that incredibly accurate arrow towards where it's pointing. Definitely doesn't just point straight past him. Alright. Now who's this next one possibly gonna be? Who's it gonna be? It's gonna be... I'm just gonna write the name so I don't forget. It's gonna be Jill. Wow. Who's Jill? Jill's one of those, like, flat mushrooms. And she's a little smaller than Bill. Not by a lot, but she's a little smaller than Bill. But the main difference between Bill and her is, hold on, I gotta still add all the other features. I don't know why I was even talking about it yet. The main difference between her and Bill is the faces. She's got a round nose, still got the exact same eyes because they all have the same eyes. And she's got a mouth that goes like this, up and down. Did I say the main difference? Because that's not the main difference. They have completely different mushroom tops. What am I even talking about? Also, it goes darker to lighter, which isn't how light works, but that's how the color works, because the darker color is on the top, because darker colors attract more sunlight. She's a fucking mushroom. She needs sun. I thought about it after I put the shadow on the wrong side. I didn't think about it. Alright, now the final guy. The final little lad. There we go. He is a bulbous shroom. And what does this one have on his shroominess? Well, he's got, like, kind of shapes that remind me of, like, SpongeBob, like Patrick's pants. That's kind of what these remind me of. And then what's shaded in on his is the spots. Right. Alright, now we need to add him. Which he is very long. He's very long, and then his clothes, very small. He has very small clothes. Very small clothes. And then I just realized I forgot to tatter in her clothes or whatever, or like, kind of reminds me of Thatch for some reason. Go ahead and give it the tie. Go ahead and give them their feet before I forget. Alright, there's the little feets. And then him, let me go ahead and get rid of that first before I do anything else. Him, he still has the circle eyes just like everybody else, but he has a nose like this. It goes outwards like a triangle but reverse, and then his mouth is an X. And then I also want to do a bunch of little lines coming out from this, because he's a mushroom. He's got little frills. I don't know if all mushrooms have that, but we're gonna say that they do, for the sake of me not knowing mushrooms. And there we go. What's this guy's name? I have no idea how to spell Tobias. Give me a second. Oh wait, shit, I would have to say it, and my phone's being recorded. Okay. Here we go. Toe. But toe. I don't know how to spell Tobias. Hold on, I'm gonna actually figure it out. We're gonna put toe back though. I'm gonna Google it on my computer. You know what? This video's long enough. You're staying here with me. What are you gonna do? Leave? The video's almost over. Tobias. Tobias. Is this how you spell it? Yes, it is. Toe. B. I-A-S. Tobias. Alright, there we go. We got Phil, Bill, Jill, and Tobias. That broke the lead on the pencil, son of a bitch. Alright, yeah, I'm done. I made him a little too big. His body's a little too tall. Like, he's a little too tall. Phil is. He's not supposed to be that tall. He's supposed to be very small. Just with the little guys, too. But I made him too big. His beard was supposed to go down to here, and his beard was supposed to be that length. But I still like it. Still looks good. See you tomorrow when I probably end up drawing this again, because I don't know what to draw. Bye-bye.